All right, settle down you lot. Welcome to Suppress This, the podcast that makes a little bit more noise than its title. I'm one of the hosts, Simon, and I'm one half of this chaotic double act, right? So Christian and I have known each other for a fair few years.
It's got about 15, I think.
It's 15 odd years, yeah. And we co-run Calibre Innovations, American Shooting Trips, and I would argue one of the best firearms businesses this side of the English Channel. So as you can probably tell from our accents, we're not from the US of A, we are from the UK.
Yep, I'm the other half of the duo. My name's Christian. Again, been working with Simon for about 15 years now. We've been involved with various shooting, disciplines, I think, along the way. Very practical, clay pigeon, the works, target shooting in general. We used to, between us, we set up and used to run Kentucky Firearms Club, which we both kind of taken a bit of a step back from that at the moment. We've got other projects on the go. So yeah, so basically trying to a bit more time into Calibre Innovations and American Shooting Trips. So try and push that for now.
So we're basically two unsupervised adults with microphones talking about guns, gear, and all the stuff that happens in between, and the stuff that doesn't make the WhatsApp group, right?
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, so we're two mates. We've been around, we've known each other for over a decade, right? We've traveled the world together, shooting matches, having fun, everything from handguns, 2-gun, 3-gun, 4-gun, maybe 5-gun one day, who knows? Seems to be the more guns you throw at it, the more fun we have. But yeah, so looking forward to it. So this is more of an intro session from us, just to explain the podcast, how we kind of format it moving forward, how you guys can get involved in it potentially, and go from there.
Yep. So this show is for anyone who loves shooting, talking about guns, playing with guns, going to the range,
blowing stuff up
in the USA, not in the UK.
Caveat.
There is a caveat there.
I told you that we were two idiots with microphones, right? But yeah.
So whether it's, like I said, practical hunting, long range clays, or even if you're just curious and want to come down and have a go, air rifle, anyone. We're trying to bring the shooting community together. We don't want this divide that there seems to be between, I'm a shotgunner who shoots clays and I don't like practical and all that. We just want everyone to be happy. We need to support each other in the industry to make it work. Otherwise, we'll lose it completely.
We're absolutely here, right, to help us grow all the different factions of the sport across the UK, whether that be, as Christian says, busting clays, right, which I love doing, or even running and gunning with practical disciplines, etc. And bringing also, telling people, bring it to the forefront in terms of what's happening in the UK. I mean, there's tons of stuff out there that people don't, even seasoned shooters aren't even aware of, that people are investing time, money and effort into to get people out there and having, ultimately safe fun, right? And we're going to be talking about competitions. Christian's more of the racing snake than me, but I'm getting there. For anyone that knows you, has known me for a while, I'll be up on the podium before you know it. Don't worry about that. You mark my words on that one. But so bringing together sort of training camps as well. International stuff that we do, we can bring that to the forefront. We'll also sort of highlight some of the wild stuff that you can do, outside of the UK. But again, in safe, controlled environments where people can get training and sort of start branching out into the stuff that we don't have access to in the UK, but equally is still part of regulated discipline sports and stuff.
So we bring some guests on as well over the course of the show, as the episodes go on, whether they be shooters, hunters, gunsmiths, industry reps, and even the occasional lunatic who have to try and justify to us why they were allowed to buy a gun in the first place.
And I think, we've focused in terms of where we shoot most in terms of competitions and stuff, but it's not just about that. We're going to bring in the hunting faction as well. There's still loads of hunting that happens in the UK. We're going to bring in the clays as we've expected, what we explained before, but also what's the grassroots? There's loads of stuff out there to get kids into firearms in a safe and disciplined manner through things like airsoft and and stuff like that. I'm sure some of my very vocal friends will start cursing through the screen at me now for saying that. But anyway, and of course we will bring you plenty of our own misadventures, our learning, what we've learned throughout the years, where we got it right and where we got it wrong, right?
Probably more likely where we got it wrong.
And because if we're traveling together, something's going to happen. We're going to have some cool stories, and we've got loads of cool stories that have sort of surfaced in the past that we'll bring to the forefront. Some for later down the series, I'm sure.
Yeah, and also when we go to the States or Czech Republic, we just try to do some live stuff from the actual range, so you guys can see what's going on in the background, and how it all works, and what we actually get up to make life easier. So if you do decide to want to come along, you know what's up, you know what you're going to be actually doing while you're there.
Yeah, so look, here's the deal. We're not here to bore you with textbook chat, right? Absolutely not. This is a light-hearted, no-nonsense, slightly edgy place. So expect stories, friendly abuse, and the kind of banter you only get between two mates who spent way too much time together, arguing about which suppressor is superior life choice.
It's not the one you picked.
Yeah, right. Well, I don't know. Maybe they may be the same, right? Well, we'll get to that point later on. But yeah, see what I mean?
Here's how a typical episode may well go. There'll be range talk, things we've done, places we've been to, testing, shooting, and all that sort of stuff. Then industry inside chat, kind of what's going on in the firearms industry, latest laws, gear, and everything else. Try and keep on track with that. And then travel and adventure stories. So again, what we've been up to abroad, where we've been, who we've been with, and all the other things involved with that.
And how you can get involved with it as well, right?
Yeah.
So,
And then community spotlight. So we get shooters, clubs, events, and organisations that need a shout out as well.
So if you own a club, run a club, part of an organisation, we are absolutely here to help get your message out there, get people along. Doesn't matter what part of that is, and also instill some friendly rivalry, I think, between people. So yeah. Cool. And then we'll add in some other sections around the silence this moment, ridiculous story, a bit of a rant. That'll be Christian, but not me. A blooper we probably shouldn't broadcast, but we will anyway. And basically the stuff you talk about in the clubhouse. Yeah, now, but I'd like to think with better microphones. We started to suppress this because shooting in the UK deserves a louder voice, ironically.
Yeah, we want people to get into the sport, to know the sport, to understand the sport. We all know that it's a welcoming sport. We want to do away with this in the past where it was kind of, you walk on the range and no one really wants to talk to you. We want to make it so that when you come on the range, it's a friendly, safe, warm environment where we encourage you to get stuck in and take part.
And we want to open it up to the world, right? I think gone are the days now of the first rule of gun club is you can't talk about gun club, right? It's there's a world out there where people can get involved in it from every different discipline and walk of life, and that's what we want to bring to the forefront here and help help grow the sport, help showcase the world how safe, disciplined, and encouraging it is even for youngsters to actually compete at even international levels, right? It's not just national levels. So, yeah.
Yep. So this podcast is about connection, bringing people together, whether they be shooters, punters, travellers, just get the entire community together, and just sit down and let's talk and have some fun.
We've set the scene. You know who we are. You know what the podcast is about. And now it's time to get into our very first story. The one that probably started this whole thing, actually, in terms of the craziness of it all. But
you may know us as the Pineapple Guys. It all started behind a shed in Kentucky.
Behind a shed in Kentucky.
With a random pineapple that was left laying around.
And somehow we made a video of it. So if you go and check out the Calibre Innovations YouTube, I think that video is actually up there. But for our sins, for another day. But yeah, so we've... I don't even know how the Pineapple Guys thing started, but we
it came straight at us.
It's coming right for us, Ned. But we seem to have blown pineapples up all over the world, and sometimes where pineapples are unavailable, other vegetables have been substituted, such as cabbages.
Check cabbage, because there's pineapples in stock.
Yeah, the wrong time of year for pineapples. But so we as Christian said, we run trips across the world, right? And so sometimes we do silly things. I think, on a Wednesday evening, generally in Kentucky, people just get to go and blast some really cool stuff and have fun. And we've got access to tons of different firearms over there.
Yep.
And we thought one evening it'd be really good to blow a load of watermelons and pineapples and stuff off. And then all of a sudden it just got a bit crazy, and then the pineapple came to life in the video somehow. For full disclosure, we were not drinking or smoking anything. So we just did some silly stuff with some pineapples. And then I think every year we've done it, we've just done something really stupid with it. Just I guess to let our hair down and have a bit of fun. But
it's quite stressful for us because we have to deal with all of you guys. So
stressful. I'm not sure stressful comes into it, but
it's, for us it's a little bit of downtime hunting pineapples while we're out there. It's
So yeah, I mean, Kentucky's great fun anyway. It gives you more freedoms to do stuff that we're not potentially allowed to do in the UK with, well, yeah, just from firearms laws and stuff, and we can get into that into another session. But we're not serious guys, right, all the time. Don't get me wrong, when that competition buzzer goes off, the red mist comes down and it's all about the time and the accuracy. But absolutely, it's not just about competition and literally smoking targets. It's about having fun too.
Yeah, so, in a safe environment.
Well, yeah.
No, that's one thing we always stress. If it's legal and safe, then I've got no issues with it, especially if it's fun. Then we just get on with it. So if anyone does want to come out to the States with this and have a go, just please do.
And equally, so we're actively involved in the UK as well. So if you guys want to get into shooting or are interested in how you get into shooting, drop us some messages as well. We can absolutely point you in the right direction. If we don't know the answer, I'm pretty sure we'll know someone that does. Or we should do anyway. So we're active in that scene as well. So it's not just about shooting abroad. It's about how do we get people shooting in the UK? How do we go and have some fun? And equally, if you want to invite us down to your range and sort of make a bit of a video with you guys, then more than happy to do that as well. So welcome to Suppress This. We're looking forward to having a bit of fun along this journey. We're looking forward to filming some crazy stuff, and it won't just always be here at Caliber HQ. I'm sure we'll be filming stuff all over the I'm going to say even the world, right?
Definitely.
So give us a like, give us a follow, right? Ask us loads of questions, and if you want to see stuff or get our opinion on stuff, then we're more than happy to do that as well.
Great.
Awesome.
For now, that's
a wrap, mate, I think.
That's a wrap, episode 1. Happy days.